Here
Whatever,
is
Rocket Man.
Donald Trump yesterday. It's not just about rocket men. There's also, and he hasn't come up with a name for this yet, which is sort of why I can't even remember what country was he talking about. What was it? It starts with Venezuela. He needs to come up with something catchy for this.
Burrito Man.
Oil guy. No.
Mustache guy. Who's the guy with the mustache?
Venezuela guy. I don't know.
Not so hot
here he is,
anymore, Venezuela. Not
moving
doing
on
good
to
guy.
Venezuela.
Liar
and
Maduro.
The problem there, I mean, this is, I feel like Donald Trump's hat tip to Bernie Sanders. Incidentally, this speech, of course, was completely for domestic consumption. I mean, it almost pretends like no one from the rest of the world is listening to it because there was nothing new in it except for the fact that he's, just an oaf.
Domestic consumption? Why are you talking about Ivanka?
Here's the subtext of my speech. My country is in big, big trouble. Like we are past our peak.
Like Rocket Man, everyone else is going to need to step up. Because
Subtext of this speech,
Hard landing.
the American century is over.
America is collapsing structurally and there's a mental case in charge of it. So everyone else is going to need to take a little bit more responsibility.
I'd like you to read between the lines. Rome.
I ask every country represented here today to be prepared to do more to address this very real crisis. We call for the full restoration of democracy and political freedoms in Venezuela. The problem in Venezuela is not that socialism has been poorly implemented, but that socialism has been faithfully implemented. From the Soviet...
People were like, oh, God, he's not going to continue with the speech until we start to clap. Just clap so he'll keep talking. I like the fact, though, that what was really particularly incoherent about that speech was he spent all that time talking about sovereignty. He said sovereignty like 10 times. And then he says, I don't like their system of government, so let's get rid of it.
There's sovereignty, and then there's also, in a certain sense, not sovereignty.
Hello. I hope your translators are reading the part in between the parentheses that says applause.
Sovereignty is not a suicide pact, okay?
Unbelievable. Speaking of learning from your elders. So there was a story today. Where did this story break?
A lot of oppressed tens in Venezuela.
Oppressed tens?
I sure did. Socialists don't want them.
That's how to get Trump involved in human rights.
What? What would those girls look like if they didn't have a burqa?
I got two speeches here. One's 45 minutes long. The other just says, it's over for us. Same speech. Which one do you want to hear? Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos